Hey everyone, Sarah here. So I'm here to talk to you about my new Hobonichi avec setup. I'm so excited. You guys know this has been a long awaited, by me at least. So anyhow, this is the July through December, so the second half of the Hobonichi avec. And if you guys been following along, you know that I've been working on kind of doing like a deep dive and mind mapping and all the things of how I want to use my planner and what I want to use it for. So here I actually set it up, and you'll see it's black. So I did some things to this bad boy. So we're gonna get into it, and we'll hop in, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video and if you want to see more from me. So we're gonna get into it. Okay, so first up we did a mind map of myself. So I did a video on that. That was part 1. Part 2 was defining a vision for each area of my life. Part 3 was identifying the routines, behaviors, and systems. And then part 4 was breaking it all down and figuring out how I'm gonna fit it into this planner stack of mine. So here's the second half. So this is my new Hobonichi July through December Techo. And here I'm just looking, and I'm pulling out all the mind mapping and the post-its, and I'm looking at like what I wanted to do. So I actually did just a little tally, broke it down into what I wanted to use my planner for. So I got out those areas of my life. So here we're just getting in, and I went in and I put some post-it flags in there just to kind of map out the pages a little bit. So here I'm going to use the 2020 calendar as just my YouTube upload calendar. I've been doing it in my other video, in my other Hobonichi. So I'm going to just update that, probably my July spread. So I just put a half box in the 2019. So I broke up that 2019 section, and I just put a sticker over it because I don't really need the 2019. So here I'm getting into all the pages in the back, and it's like the favorites and the table, like 100 of 100. I don't even remember what they said, but they're in a different language and I can't understand them, and I just always felt like I was wasting those pages and I could use them for something. So I actually used my dot grid stickers from my shop, so the link in the description is below, and I covered them up. So I have a blank sticker, so it just covers the whole page and makes it white, and then I have a dot grid sticker. So this is my dot grid sticker, and I just went in and filled all the pages in the back with those dot grid stickers because I know I'm going to use them for something, and I mapped out some of the things that I wanted to kind of get into here. So I'm just sticking all the stickers in, and I really love these, and it would always bother me. I was just kind of fixing a problem that I had, and I was like, I don't know if this is weird, but I'm just gonna do it. And actually they're pretty popular in my shop, so check them out if you want. And it's for an A5 size, so they fit any A5 planner. The only thing I will give you as a tip is like, don't put them too close into the corner. So I designed them in such a way so they don't fold over themselves. So I played with them a little bit. So you'll see those flags, and we'll get into it a bit, but so the project list, I'll talk about this one now. So I just put in the back my projects list, and this is that David Allen Getting Things Done. And I like to keep this in my work bullet journal and also in my planner, because it's just kind of where I'm sitting there processing. Like I could be in an airport or whatever, I don't know. So I just like to keep the projects list on one page for work, and then I have a projects list for home. So then one of the things that I identified so that was one of the things that I knew I wanted in my planner that I came through. I got to keep track. I got to make sure things are moving forward. So one of the other things that I noticed in my kind of doing out my mind map was I like to do like future planning. So I might break out a project, and I'll put a timeline in. And me planning every month is hard because I want to like put the plan in place for like the rest of the month. I want to think about it once, and I want to break it down by week. Like what milestones do I have to week? And I mean, what milestones do I have to make or what tasks do I have to accomplish? And I put them in my weekly spread, but I'm always like, oh, trying to recap of where I am. So when I was doing my mind map, I kept putting projects on there and project timeline. Then I realized I wanted to break it down by week. So like sometimes people do sprints, like 2-week sprint, and like what do I get done in this sprint? So when I'm planning out my projects, I used my dot grid stickers and I put 26 blocks, and each block represents 1 week. And I'm gonna future plan out the milestones for my project. So be on the lookout for that. So I'm gonna start incorporating that into my kind of plan with me's. And that's just so I can future plan out, because I like to just plan out my project and put my milestones in. And just set it and forget it kind of. And me not having that timeline, that pipeline of work, I was really kind of hurting my productivity. So that's why when I did my mind map, I started to really realize that. So I used these dot grid stickers, and I kind of took a bullet journal approach, and I identified 26 blocks. So for 26 week, 1 block for each week. So I just threw those in the back of my planner. So you'll see me jump into them a little bit. You'll put them in there. Let's see. And then I used one of my, I wanted to label the blocks for like the weeks. So week 26, week 27, week 28, that kind of thing. So I actually went in with my Dymo label and I put the week number in each of the blocks. I did it for a few weeks out because I thought maybe I like to mix it up for August and September or whatever, I don't know. So I just put a few, like I think it was like through August or through July, I can't remember. But I used my Dymo label and I just stuck in my P-Touch, whatever it's called. Hopefully they don't ever want to sponsor me because I can't figure out their name. No, it was that brother P-Touch, and I just put them in there. What else? So now I'm just taking the stickers and I'm putting them in the back of the planner. So that was like the back 3 pages. So there's 9 weeks on each block. I don't know, I was freaking out about something there. 9 weeks on each page. So here I'm just bringing out my projects list. So I did 1 page for home projects and 1 page for work projects. So these stickers are in my shop, and these are just my project kind of trackers. And sometimes, so I always go back and forth on this one. So I use a little block, like a functional box, and I identify each project with 1 sticker. So you've seen that in my work bullet journal and in my planner already. So that's how I use that. Some people do Post-its. So the tip-in things, guys, I am so excited about these. So I'm a little like envious of the personal rings or the ring system and those dashboards, but I'm just not a ring person. Like, I love how they look, but it bothers, that noise, the click, it irritates me. But I love how they look and I love the flexibility. So I'm like, well, I want quotes in my planner. So I made these vellum tip-ins, and I just kind of incorporated them throughout like sections that I'll see. And so you'll see me kind of mixing them in here, and I'm just trying to figure out like, where will I see this? Where will I be flipping to? Because I just love how they look. So this one, progress over perfection, this is like my jam. This is my mantra in life, really. So I love to just focus on progress. And I just put that in the beginning because that's like my thing. I really just think if we all just focused on progress, life would be such a better life. It would be less stressful. Because everybody just focuses on the end goal, and you know, progress over perfection, that's kind of my thing. And I like it. So it's vellum, and I just did a tip in here. And I really like this because I can kind of envision putting like some pictures behind it or some quotes or something. So I'm kind of excited about that, and I really like that layered look. So not only does the planner have to be functional, but I want to kind of get it. I want to make sure I want to look at it, right? Because that's my like trick to keep myself using the tool. You guys should have saw my desk after this whole video. I hated how I did that washi tape, so I just put another big strip over it. So that washi tape, I got them from the washi shop on Etsy. So I'll leave a link, and I gotta make a note. I always forget my links. I'm so sorry. So there's the Calendix. I'll get to that probably in more of the plan with me's. I gotta write in my themes and stuff. But so now I'm putting in, I know I'm gonna look at these weekly buckets, so I'm gonna put in another tip in. So this one says, guard your time fiercely, be generous with it, but be intentional about it. And this is another thing. This was kind of the what really made me start thinking about living more intentionally in balance. And I was a little afraid to like kind of put a washi, like I didn't want to not see through this, so I just used Scotch tape here. I didn't use washi, so you can just see it a little better there. So I really loved that quote because that was really one of the drivers that made me think of like balance and being more intentional about it. So this other one, so I'm thinking like I might do a tip in every month. I don't know, but I'm gonna put these in my shop. I'll put them in there if you guys want some. They fit A5. So, and this one here is just kind of turning over into the like the project section of my thing. And I thought this was so funny. It's like, to be honest, I'm just winging it. Life, motherhood, eyeliner, everything. Like, and that's so me. Like, if you saw my growth, I wanted to be better at makeup. So I just thought that was so me. So I threw it in there because I thought it was funny. So now I'm breaking down my quarterly goals. So I really like having this section. I have it in my first planner, and I did the whole year. I'm like, why did I do the whole year? But anyhow, so I'm just doing quarters 3 and 4, and we go by quarters at work, and I broke this down into quarter 3, quarter 4, and then I put in some squares. So I don't know if I do it here or if it's kind of in the future here. But I have these squares available in my shop too now, and these quarterly stickers are available in my shop. And I just like this. And why I like this is not only do I plan, but then when I'm writing my self-appraisal for work, I can look back and say, like, what did I accomplish that quarter? And it helps me write that stupid self-appraisal. So here's the squares. And I'm kind of doing a new color coding. So I'm still sticking with the colors, but I'm going different shades. So these are gray. These are, I think, no. These are like a bluish gray. So I'm replacing my work blue with these bluish gray. So these are going to be like the goals for that month, for that quarter for work. And then I have green. And the green is going to be like my family goals. So when I was doing kind of defining the vision, I realized I wanted to be more like active with my family and things of that nature, more time together. And it doesn't have to be anything big. Or like, as I was breaking down some of this stuff, I noticed that I really needed to build out more routines rather than goals. So I'm gonna start focusing on building out some routines, and I know that some of these blank pages I left blank, and I'm gonna build out routines coming up with those. And then as I was kind of doing an analysis of what I wanted to use my planner for, I realized I just needed to change up my planning process. So I have some things coming out that is going to be like, when I'm planning, I need to like certain things to think about and incorporate into my planning. So be on the lookout for that. So I'm going to tweak my planning process. All right, so one of the things that always bothered me was that these were not black. I like a black book. I don't know why. I'm not like a colorful person. You guys get the gist already from me. So I'll put these in my shop, and if you guys want to, buy them, I'll sell them if you want to. So these will be in my shop too. And what I did, and you can see, you're gonna see a difference already. So I put a piece of vinyl here, and I was like, oh my gosh, is this gonna work? I tested it out on an old Hobonichi, and so anyhow, so I did a piece of vinyl here, but then I was like, well, I don't really like how the sticker looks. So then I did a piece of vinyl on the inside too, and I really like it because I like how it feels as well. And that's a big thing, like you have to like how it feels, like you want to sit there and hold it. So I'll put the sheets in my shop too, and if you guys want those, I'll get them, I'll make them for you. So it's just a matte black type of a finish. So I'm just folding it over the edges here. And you guys, while I was doing this, let me tell you what a like, just think, I spent the entire day setting this up, which was so funny. And then a bird flew in my house. There was a bird flying around my house. So I'll put some pictures in of the bird. Well, I'll put it at the end so you guys. It was kind of funny. So anyhow, so yes. So here I'm just kind of folding over the edges, and I did go a little too short on one side, and I learned from it and went to the other side. But I designed them specifically to, like, so it wasn't so big and like you see all the creases and stuff. So I didn't want to make the flaps too big. So anyway, I'm really happy with how these turned out. I will say, like, I couldn't figure out how to manage the spine of it, and it didn't really look bad because the spine is pretty dark anyway, so it went okay with the black, so I left it. I did throw a washi on it, but I ended up pulling it off. So here I'm just doing the other side, just putting that vinyl over it, and yeah, so I really like how these turned out, because I don't like that it's not black, and the colors are just like not me. I like the colors, but they're just not like Sarah colors. So anyhow, so I just have black right now, and I was gonna get some other color and then maybe put like a saying or something on here. Yeah, so I'm just folding it over again and making it nice and smooth, and I'm just trimming like the corners. And this is kind of how they do the bookbinding, and I watch people do like signatures and stuff, and so I kind of got this idea from that. And I can see, like, I gotta be honest with you, I might put my name on there, and I might get a little bougie, if you will, like the unicorn skin, because I really like that stuff. But so I might make my name on there, so we'll see. So I kind of screwed this up, but then I did use removable vinyl for this mere fact of this, and then I fixed it. It came out fine, and I just used a bone folder to smooth it out again. But I am really, like, loving how that turned out. I'm so excited. If you guys are laughing at me, it's totally okay, because it's funny. So here's the washi, and I put this on here, but I was like, I pulled it off. I didn't like it. I pulled it off after, before I sat down to do this video. I was looking at it, and I'm like, no, it's gone. So I pulled it off. I do like the washi, though. And then I debated, like, oh, if I put that, and maybe that would be the trick and make me like it. I didn't. I bailed. I was like, whoa, commitment. I gotta get out of here. So I left it. I pulled it off. But then I'm like, oh, I don't want to waste my washi. So anyhow, it's my tip-in. Okay, so that, like, calendar cover-up thing, I was just going with it here. I really didn't have a plan for this, other than I just didn't want 2019 to show. So then I put my little box in there, and again, I like this box because it's doodly. That's kind of my thing. And then as I was sitting there looking at it, I'm like, yes, I have an idea. And I went and I got my word of the year sticker, and I stuck it there. I was so happy it fit perfectly. So again, you can get word of the year custom stickers in my shop if you want to. So okay, so tabs, guys. I've been, like, totally digging the whole tab thing here. So I'm using the Post-it white flags and my Brother P-Touch, and I'm just doing my tabs with the clear labels, and not very eloquently or elegantly. Eloquent is speaking, elegantly. So for, like, my flip to tabs, like my projects and my list, I put them down the side, because, like, I just like go like this and flip. For my planning, I did them along the bottom. So you'll see me just sticking them all in there. I freaking love that tip-in. I'm so excited about those tip-ins. You have no idea. So here I go. So I'm just checking the distance of the tab. So for my side tabs, I did list, projects, and then pipeline. And then for the bottom tabs, I did today, this week, and this month. Okay, so here I just did some lists, and I took my brother. I really like how this looks. I was going to design a sticker, but I really like how this looks too. So I put activities, and as I was going through my planning, like my mind map, I realized that I put down a lot of activities that we like to do as a family, but I never think to go do them. So I was like, I'm just going to put a list of all the activities I want, and that's what I'm going to, I'll reference that in my planning process to see what am I going to schedule in. So the 3 lists I put in there was activities. So that could be like play basketball or something like that. Go for a bike ride. The other thing I put in there was recipes that we like. So we're not like big fancy cooks or anything like that, but I put recipes in there just to help me with meal planning. And then the other list I put in there was the kudos list. And I have to write reviews for people. So I want to like throughout, I want to catch people doing something good. So I'm going to put the kudos list, and I'll probably use like Post-its in that situation to refresh them and just kind of stick them in there and carry them. This is me doing the P-Touch labels, and I'm numbering out my weeks. So I numbered from 27 to 35 because this starts at week 27. So there's kind of a look at all my tabs. So then I got these planner pockets. I seen them on Amazon. I'm like, oh, I'm going to put them with my stickers in there. But as I was doing this, I'm like, oh, I could probably use another sticker for like another pocket for something else. So then I pulled out another thing, and I just threw my business card in there. So I was just kind of sealing it in, but I really like having that as just like quick stickers, the like little sheets. So anyhow, so I'm really excited about those. I've seen those in people's planners as well, like the rings. They'll have the like the rings with all the pockets. So I just got those stickers from Amazon, and I'm just putting one of my cards in there. So yeah, so that was that. But I really like having those. So here's the flip through. So I did the vinyl on the cover, so I stuck the vinyl on there. And I'm really happy with how those turned out. And then I put the pockets on the side. Then I have this vellum tip in with kind of my quote, my thing. And then I put my word of the year. I still got to do my YouTube thing. I did my word of the year, and then I just made my tabs for this month, this week, and today. Yeah. So here's another one of my vellum tip-ins. To be honest, I'm just winging it. Life, motherhood, eyeliner, everything. Then some blank pages and back, and I can see those being used. I have some ideas. So activities, recipes, kudos list, my quarterly goals for family, work, and Plan the Grind, my projects for home and work, and then my weekly pipeline, and then another sticker. So that's how I set up my second half of my Hobonichi Planner avec. So I hope you guys like it. So thanks for watching, everyone. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video, and if you want to see more from me. So I really had a lot of fun doing the mind map and defining the vision for each area of my life, and then identifying routines, behaviors, and systems, and then kind of figuring out how I wanted to use it. So I'm really excited that for my planner, I realized that my planning process needed to be tweaked, and I needed some additional list that I wasn't considering from like kind of my David Allen thing, and I'll incorporate some of those into my, and those lists will be incorporated into my new planning process. And I'm going to be starting to focus on different routines to start incorporating my vision for each area of my life. So I hope you guys liked this, and we will talk soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.